Soldier Boy cut. Hey, I got this new dance for y'all called the Soldier Boy. You gotta punch good, crank back 3 times from left to right.
Flash games. Like lightning, these pieces of internet media shone bright and burned hot, but only for a glimpse in time. As 2020 quickly approaches, we count down our final year before Adobe Flash is permanently retired to be advertiser friendly. In the end, it's your own family you can't trust, as Adobe is continuing to transition HTML5 as the successor to Flash. Flash games were a democratized format of gaming, with genres expanding far beyond what the traditional video game landscape has set. You want to play a dress-up game? Go for it. Do you want senseless violence that your mom would disapprove of? We're here for you. Are you between the ages of 8 and 12 and dream of saving Princess Elsa from bad dental hygiene? You give her the best dentures in all the lands. Now, I won't get into the history of Flash, because yada yada, the history, who cares? The important part to take away is that Flash allowed dumb children like me to play games inside of browsers without the need to download them. The first Flash game I ever remember playing was Duck Rogers on Cartoon Network's website. Incredibly, my gateway PC running Windows XP and AOL Internet free trials was somehow able to run this. I would come home straight from school as a second grader and play this within my 1 hour allotted PC time. Almost 16 years later, I found this game again salvaged on Y8, and nostalgia hit me like I challenged it to a boxing match to increase my YouTube relevance again. The soundtrack, the click sound effect, the lasers you have to time, robots you have to fight. I didn't get my first gaming console until I was in 5th grade, so these were formative times for me to shape up into the gamer I am today. And I think this brings me up to a good point to bring up an important distinction between the different types of Flash games. There's 3 of them. There's Flash games created by companies such as Cartoon and Nick to promote their own shows and movies. There's Flash games that work as MMOs, so Club Penguin, Hairbow, etc. I won't be touching on these because I think they're kind of boring, and no, I'm not still mad at my mom who wouldn't buy me Club Penguin membership even though my best friend at the time did and would always flaunt membership perks. Or the Flash games created by individuals or small groups that are then uploaded to gaming sites such as Addicting Games, White.com, Cool Math, you name it. Let's start with the games created by those big guys. All I have to say is yes, there is a Nick game where developers said, Aang, a kid whose people were wiped out at the hands of a power-hungry and tyrannical nation, who has been handed the duty of saving the world when he just wants to be a normal kid with a normal enough life, who continuously has to watch the world continue to plunge into darkness because he's not powerful enough yet to save everyone, is getting his ass kicked by the cow from back in the barnyard. You also get to play as Danny Phantom, so that's a big win. Are you even a real gamer if you haven't helped Zack and Cody hang up posters in the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody Tipped in Trouble game? Have you not helped Experiment 625 and Lilo and Stitch's Sandwich Stacker? Where were you when Samurai Jack needed help defeating Aku in the Code of the Samurai? Because of the bigger budgets allocated by these television behemoths, these Flash games were often the cleanest to play. Most had the classic side-scrolling levels with basic left, right, up, down, spacebar. They were fun, but not violent or suggestive. But when it comes down to it, this is the official ranking in terms of quality gaming. Number 1, Cartoon Network. Number 2, Nickelodeon. Number 3, Disney Channel. Now let's move on to the meat of things. Flash games created by individuals or small groups. Should we talk about the internet's sudden fixation on stick figures back in the early days? Or can we talk about the strange but unsurprising number of games revolving around Princess Elsa? Kids these days know how to treat infections before the age of 7. Hopefully they know how to deal with Trojan viruses too, because there's a crap ton of malware being installed with every ailment of Elsa's you cure. But regardless, I want to talk about my favorite games growing up because this is my channel and I want to revel in my own nostalgia, my own way, leave me alone. Powerpuff Girls Battle. Wow, let's talk about an absolute legend. Created about 10 years ago, this gem revolves around the Powerpuff Girls combat gaming resembling Street Fighter. Also, there's a secret Powerpuff Girl named Belle that's here to destroy everyone, and a cooler anime version of Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory. Not only was there a story mode, but there was the iconic versus mode, where you could play against the computer or against a friend. 10 out of 10. Hot Dog Bush. My first real job experience comes with playing this game. I must have been 11 or 12 when I found this game, and the stress of dealing with impatient customer haunts me to this day. If you haven't played this growing up, I compare this to the pressure of Club Penguin's pizza game, Cube Field. This was probably the game that I put the most hours in, since after a while most game websites were blocked by the school district where I went to school. I found a way to get around it by searching for the standalone SWF file to play in browser. After playing more than 5 minutes, your vision starts to blur and morph, and it's hard to keep going, but you have to navigate this field of cubes. I asked you guys on Twitter what were your favorite games growing up, and here's what you gave me. We got Bubble Trouble, World's Hardest Game, Impossible Quiz, N, Skywire, Run, Fire Boy and Lava Girl, because Shark Boy was unavailable, Escape Games, and pretty much all of Newgrounds. Plug, follow me on Twitter, you know, you get it, I'm not the first YouTuber you've watched. So as Adobe slowly kills Flash, I want us to remember the time we had with Flash games. Let's raise our glasses to one final tribute to Flash games. We may never see another format to provide us with free entertainment as Flash once did. Thank you, old friend.
And say goodbye.